Hello everybody, my name is Kim from crochetwithkim.com. I run a website where I bring you all a weekly free crochet pattern every week on Friday. I'll put the link to that in the description box below for those who would like to see it. Today what I'm doing is a stitch tutorial for you guys on a stitch that I use a lot in my website. You'll see it in a lot of my patterns if you go and look at my website. It's called the Puff Stitch, and it's great for winter items, and I live in northern Minnesota, so it's especially good here. Here you can see the back side where it's a little bit messier, but I love this side just as well. It's a great texture when you're working with solid colored yarns because it pops a bit more. And then here's the front side, which is a little bit cleaner. Here you can see the pattern that I did this week. This is actually the one that came out this Friday on my website, so I'll link to this in the description box below. It uses a weight 5 yarn. It was an alpaca blend off Ice Yarns. I'll link to that too for those who are interested. Here's both sides. You can see that puff stitch down the center. It's a really thick, warm ear warmer, so it's great, especially for those who are cold again. So let's get started on that. The tutorial I'm doing today, I'm using Red Heart Super Saver in the color gold, and I'm using a 5mm H crochet hook. And to start out, I'm just going to chain 10. I always like to start with a row of single crochet for this stitch because if you work into chain stitches, it'll gap it out a little bit. You have to draw up a lot of loops, so it just looks better and works better if you do it this way. So I'm just gonna work across here. And the puff stitch sits in line with double crochet stitches. So it's a relatively high row, but it is a yarn eater, so for people who want to make projects like blankets and stuff, just watch out for that. You'll have to use a lot more yarn. So we're almost to the end here. There we go. Now to start the next row, I'm just going to turn and chain 2. That's what I do to start double crochet rows. You're welcome to chain 3 if that's what you prefer for that. And then I'm going to work a double crochet into the first stitch. Now here's where we're going to do the puff stitch. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to yarn over, insert your hook, and drop a loop. Just like you would if you were doing the double crochet. But you want to make sure this is pulled up relatively high. It makes it easier to pull your hook through at the end. So you're going to yarn over and you're going to drop one more loop. You should have 5 loops on your hook at this point. Then you're going to want to do that one more time. You'll have 7 loops on your hook now, and each one you want to pull it up relatively high. You should have a decent little space right there at the bottom of your hook. There you go, you can see that there. That makes it easier to pull through all of them. You'll be ending with 7 loops on your hook, and then you want to yarn over and pull through all 7. I'm going to work a double crochet in this next stitch here. And then this next one again, yarn over. Insert your hook and drop your loop, but drop your loop kind of high. Yarn over. Insert and drop to the same length. You should have 5 loops on your hook now. Then yarn over and drop another loop because you want to end with 7. And then yarn over and pull through all those. And then we'll work a double crochet. I'm going to work with you guys on this to the end of the row. I'm going to work a double crochet into that next stitch, and then yarn over. Insert your hook and drop a loop. Do that again. Now you have 5 loops, again making sure you draw that up. Yarn over, insert your hook and drop another loop. You'll have 7 now, and then yarn over and pull through all 7. If you don't pull up that high, it can cause a lot of snagging when you try to pull through all 7, so that's why I suggest that. So again, yarn over, pull up. You'll have 3 loops. Yarn over and drop a loop. You'll have 5 now. Again, making sure to pull them up high like that. Yarn over and drop another loop. You end with 7. And then pull through all of them. You got a little snag in there. There we go. And then you work a double crochet into your final stitch. Then for the next row, I would do a single crochet, and then I would repeat this row again if I was doing like an ear warmer or a scarf or something like that. I'll put some links in the description box below to patterns on my website that use the puff stitch for those who are looking for projects to make with this. I hope you all learned something today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was informative, and as always, happy hooking, everybody.